What's up, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of Turf Therapy. In today's episode of Turf Therapy, we're going to harvest my carrots. But before we get there, I just wanted to show you a couple of things that's happening in the garden this time of year. It's definitely warming up. The grass is looking freaking awesome. And then I got some blooming action. So check it out. One of my sunflowers is deciding to open up, which is cool. They were actually supposed to get a bit taller, so I think they're going to keep growing. I got multiple buds coming out, and I believe you're supposed to deadhead this variety as well. We put in more zinnias. I have that right there. That's my dahlia. That's one of the 3 dahlias that's planted over here. The celosias are doing quite well. I did end up losing one, maybe, possibly. We don't know. It looks like it wants to stay alive, so we left her there. But look at this. Oh man, isn't she gorgeous? Look at that. Look at those petals. Look at all the detail in this little flower. Isn't that cool? Look at all of that. That is just amazing. She's saying hi. She's saying, hey, how you doing? I also want to show you something that's happening with my onions. I don't know if it's something that I did wrong, doing wrong, or if it's common with this variety. But I'm still supposed to have some time left on these onions. But as you can see right here at their stalk, they're doing this weird, almost splitting thing. Now, I don't know if the onion itself down there is splitting, or maybe it was the rain that we had come in. But it seems like they're splitting in certain areas. And it could just be the variety. It could have been that I planted. Some varieties actually prefer to be planted closer to each other, or they'll have the tendency to split. Although I don't know if that's what's actually happening here. So we're figuring it out as we go. Same with these over here, you know, and I know it looks like they're not really bent over yet. They do look like, you know, they're thirsty for something, that's for sure. I don't know. So I'm gonna give it a little bit more time, and hopefully someone who's watching this video can help me out and tell me what's going on with my onions. But the other ones, and this is why I think it might have something to do with how close I planted them together, because these over here in this one, these seem to be doing just fine. I don't have that issue. Now, albeit they're not as large as the other ones, but you know, they don't have that issue, and they're all standing up. So I don't know. Also, I can show you an update on my azaleas. It looks like they're done with their first set of blooms. They are encore azaleas, so they will be giving us another round. Can't wait for that. Look who decided to start waking up today. Some zinnias, y'all. Yeah, some zinnias. And these are dahlias. Every little potato looking plant, I mean, because that's what they kind of look like to me, are potatoes. These are dahlias. If you don't know what dahlias are, oh, you're in for a treat this season, because I'm going to show you, and it's going to be magnificent. But look at these beautiful blooms on these zinnias. Look at it. Look at this one. I really like this one. It's kind of got like this perfectly imperfect, ruffled looking petals. That's so cool. Yeah, definitely a fan of zinnias. We'll be growing much more of them. And then I got all my wildflowers that's coming in. That's what this is. These are not weeds, individuals. These were all purposely put here, so it's going to be a nice, beautiful boundary. The zinnias will get taller as we go. They're cut flowers, so I'm gonna wait a few days. I'm gonna let them enjoy their outside. I'm gonna cut them and I'm gonna bring them in. And yeah, that's what we're looking like. Looking good. Looking awesome. So sexy. That's sexy. Yeah. All right, so when I harvested that little carrot the other day, what you guys did not see was what I thought was really cool, because I didn't ever give it any thought, though, was there's more than just this root that is forming down in here. So what I'd like to do, instead of trying to pull it out like I did last time, I'm actually just going to slide the whole thing out because it's going to allow me to show you what I want to show you, what I discovered last time. So let's do that. All right, cool. So this is what I'm talking about right here, guys. Look at all of the roots that's in here, like just parlaying that's in here, which I thought was really cool because I mean, you always see the end product, right? But you don't see what's happening in between. And I thought that was pretty cool that even though they form a root for us to eat, an edible root, those roots still have plenty of roots coming out of them. And look at this carrot. Oh my God. Oh my God. I can't, wow. Oh, this ain't no baby carrot. No. Oh, that is beautiful. Look at that. Now look, before I break it, as I'm pulling it out, you see all the little hairs, right? All the hairs, all the root hairs that's coming off of that, because that is how this root was pulling all of its nutrients right out of this soil. Isn't that freaking cool, guys? Look at that carrot. Yeah, I did that. That was me. Yeah, I wasn't even around when I did it, so you can't take credit. That was all me. This one, this one didn't do too well. So you ask yourself, right, can you transplant carrots? Well, I transplanted this carrot, and look at it. She did all right, but it doesn't always work out that way, right? Because I also transplanted this carrot, and look, it kind of grew back into itself, all right? Still a nice sized carrot, very edible. But look at all those root hairs that's just coming off of this plant. And this is still some pretty fertile soil, I imagine. So we're gonna be putting this back to use. Oh, that's a good size one. Look at that. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Look at all the root hairs that's coming off of it. So it really shouldn't be that surprising that that's how that works. But until you see it yourself, you know, you're like, oh, you understand your plant, you understand how it grows, and you in turn become a better gardener over time, just understanding these plants. So I'd say, you know, for transplanting, definitely not preferred, but could you do it in a pinch and get away with it? Yes. Now, I remember transplanting these, and I specifically, when I transplanted these carrots, I remember this one particularly, that I made sure I tucked it as deep as I possibly could to just kind of try to make sure that it had its best success. And I didn't do it with these. I was a little more gentle with them, and I think I even let the root fold it up on itself, and look, that's what it gave me. So you can transplant carrots, it will work. Will you have a consistent same size carrot? Most likely not. And will they perform better if you just direct sow? I'm gonna assume so, but what's cool about turf therapy, we won't have to assume too much longer. In a couple months, guess what I did here? I planted more carrots right here beside these cucumbers. These very carrots that we're looking at right now, these nantes. Now, in addition, you guys know that I also planted some of these Parisian carrots. So, and these are short bulbed, small variety, space-saving carrots. So really excited to see what happens with those when we get back around to it. Before you go though, I do want to show you one more thing. I actually found that there's another carrot seed, rogue carrot seed right here. Now, I will not be eating this carrot because I put preen in here, and preen is a pre-emergent for your garden bed, not your garden bed, for your flower bed. So preen is a pre-emergent for your flower bed to keep the weeds from coming up. So that's what I used in here. So I won't be eating this carrot, but I'm gonna let it grow. I'm gonna let it grow as much as it wants to grow, and I'm gonna still harvest it and pull it up and see how it does. So I thought that was pretty cool. that a carrot seed kind of seeded itself and did its own thing. Thanks for coming by for another episode of Turf Therapy, where we're healing lawns and souls. And I'll see you next time for your weekly dose of therapy with Rob.